Good morning, children. Welcome to Narayana Live classes. Myself, Sanmesh, and today we are going to discuss class 9 physics assignment, which was provided to you on 7th of August. This assignment is based on the topic force and laws of motion. Let us start. So, our first question of this assignment is a certain amount of force produces an acceleration of 8 meter per second square on an object of mass 750 gram. What would be the mass of another object on which the same force produces an acceleration of 12 meters per second square? Then what acceleration this force produce if two bodies are tied together? So initially we have been given a mass of 750 gram. All right, so let us convert it to the kilogram, just divided by 1000. So I have 0.75 kg. 0.75 kg is my mass. Acceleration given is 8 meter per second square. So we know that force is equal to mass times acceleration. Simply multiply 0.75 kg into 8. We get force as 6 Newton. So value of force we got. Now, if the same force is applied to mass m2, let us say, it produces an acceleration of 12 meter per second square. So we need to find the value of m2. So again, same formula we will use. F is equal to mass times acceleration. This time mass will be m2. And we need to find mass m2. So therefore m2 will be equal to F by A. Let us substitute the values. F is 6 Newton, A is 12 meter per second square. So m2 will be half kg or 0.5 kg. Now in the last case, what we are doing is we are combining both the masses and we are applying the same force to the combined mass. So the combined mass, its magnitude will be simply 0.75 kg plus 0.5 kg, which is 1.25 kg. All right. So simply what we will do here is force is equal to mass times acceleration. Again, same formula we will take. All right. In this case, this mass m will be the combined mass. So acceleration will be force by mass. Force is already 6 Newton. Combined mass is 1.25 kg. So the final answer comes out to be 4.8 meter per second square. So this will be the acceleration of combined mass if the same force will be applied. Let us proceed to our next question. All right. A car of mass 800 gram is traveling with a velocity of 20 meters per second. Now you will think that car will not have such a small mass. There may be a typing error in your assignment. So let us consider it is a toy car. So let us take its mass as 800 grams. Okay, let us say it's just a model. Okay, and its velocity is 20 meters per second. Now when the brakes are applied, okay, it stops after traveling a distance of 8 meters. So we need to find the retarding force which is stopping that car and the retardation itself. All right. So mass is given 800 gram. We'll convert it to kg. So it is around 0.8 kilogram, just divided by 1000. Now children, initial velocity of the car was 20 meters per second. And after the car has stopped, what will be its velocity? Its velocity will be 0. So initial velocity will be 20 meters per second. Final velocity is 0 meters per second. And by covering how much distance it stops, it has covered 8 meter. So S is equal to 8 meter. Now here children, we will use our third kinematical equation, which is V square minus U square equal to 2AS. All right. And we will find out the value of acceleration. So A is equal to V square minus U square divided by 2S simply from this equation. Now V is 0 minus U square, U is 20. So 20 square divided by 2 into 8 as S is equal to 8 meters. So 20 square will be 400. This minus sign will come here. Divided by 2 into 8 is 16. So this comes out to be minus 25 meters per second square. Again, minus sign indicates that the acceleration is in the opposite direction to the motion of car. That's why the car is stopping after some time. Okay. Now we need retardation. Now we have learned in our previous classes during our JE lectures also that retardation value is equal to negative of acceleration. So minus of acceleration is minus 25 meters per second square. So the retardation value will be 25 meter per second square. Now we need to find the retardation force as well. So simply what we will do, we'll take mass of the car and multiply it by the acceleration, which is 0.8 kg into minus 25 meter per second square. The answer comes out to be minus 20 Newton. Again, the minus sign indicates that the car is being applied by a force which is in the opposite direction. So the force on the car is in opposite direction. It is to stop the car. All right. So moving further to our next question. Okay. Why we don't hurt when we jump on muddy floor compared to the hard floor? Now children, here we'll recollect our Newton's second law. What does Newton's second law states? That the force is directly proportional to the rate of change of momentum, and rate of change of momentum depends upon change in velocity itself. So if the velocity is changing by higher magnitude in shorter period of time, the force will be more. Yes or no? If the velocity is changing by higher magnitude in a less amount of time, then the impact will be more, the force will be more. But when we jump on the muddy floor, what is happening here is our velocity is changing, but it is changing slowly. That's why the impact will be less, the force will be less. Whereas, for example, if we jump on a concrete floor, there is sudden change in the velocity. Okay, our velocity changes in a very short amount of time. That's why we experience more force by the ground as compared to when we jump in the muddy floor. So that's why when we jump on the muddy floor, we don't get hurt. Okay, I hope the point is clear, children. Let us proceed to our next question. Question number 4. A body of mass 5 kg starts and rolls down 32 meter of an inclined plane in 4 seconds. Find the force acting on the body. So here, children, mass is given 5 kg. Initial velocity. Now look at the question. Body of mass 5 kg starts. Starts means its initial velocity was 0. So u will be 0. And it covers how much distance? It covers distance of 32 meters in time 4 seconds. So we need to find acceleration first. To find the force, we need acceleration. We already have mass. So from where we will find the acceleration? We'll find the acceleration from the second kinematical equation, which is s is equal to ut plus half at square. Okay, here this first term will become 0 as u is 0. So s is equal to half at square. So let us substitute the values. S is 32, half a as it is, and t is 4. So we'll solve it for 4. We'll solve it for acceleration a. So a is equal to 32 into 2 divided by 16. Square of 4 is 16. So this comes out to be 4 meter per second square. So the acceleration with which that object is rolling down is 4 meter per second square. Now we have mass and we have acceleration. So force is equal to mass times acceleration simply. So mass is 5 kg, acceleration is 4 meter per second square. So the force will be 20 kg meter per second square. Now kg meter per second square is what, children? It is Newton. So the force is 20 Newton. Let us proceed to our next question. All right. Give relationship between force and acceleration. Now in all our previous problems, we have been using this equation, which is very simple. Force is equal to mass times acceleration, which we get from our Newton's second law of motion. All right. Moving on to our last question of this assignment. Okay. Which would require a greater force? Accelerating a 5 gram body at 1 meter per second square or a 10 gram body at 0.5 meter per second square. So let us write our data first. So mass M1 is 5 gram, which is 0.005 kg. You know the conversion, how to do it. And its acceleration is 1 meter per second square. Similarly, the second mass is 10 gram, which we converted into kilogram, which is 0.01 kg. And its acceleration is 0.5 meter per second square. Now let us calculate force. Simply we'll multiply mass with acceleration in both the cases. So F1 is M1 into A1, which is 0.05 into 1, which is 0.005 Newton. Okay, 0.005 into 1 is equal to 0.005 Newton. Similarly, F2 is N2 into A2, which is 0.01 into 0.5, which comes to be again 0.005 Newton. So what do you see from here? F1 is equal to F2. So both the forces have equal magnitude. So the force which is required to accelerate a 5-gram body at 1 meter per second square is equal to the force which is required to accelerate a 10-gram body at 0.5 meter per second square. Children, I hope all the concepts and problems are clear to you. Thank you. Thank you so much.